Hi there, I'm Sarah Johnson. Before I dive into my wild story, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. Picture this, I'm a 28-year-old artist from New York City, living my best life. Then, out of nowhere, I meet this incredibly charming guy named Marcus Alvarez. He's got that rich, smooth Mexican vibe, and I fall hard for him. One day, Marcus smiles that perfect smile of his and says, "Sarah, come to Mexico City with me." Next thing I know, we're married, and I'm packing my bags. Talk about a whirlwind romance. When we arrive at his family's mansion, yes, a mansion, I'm totally blown away. His parents, Elena and Ricardo, welcome me with open arms and champagne. "Welcome to the family, Sarah," Elena says, giving me air kisses. For the first few weeks, it's a dream come true, fancy dinners, art galleries, the works. But soon, things start to feel off. One day, I'm in the art studio Marcus set up for me, working on a new piece. When Elena walks in, she sighs and looks at my painting, saying, "Sarah, don't you think it's time to put away these little hobbies? A real Alvarez wife has more important things to focus on." I try to laugh it off, but it stings. Then Ricardo brings up my Spanish skills over dinner. "Sarah, you must immerse yourself in our culture," he insists. "How can you be part of this family if you can't even speak the language?" I tell them I'm working on it, but Marcus just shrugs. "They have a point, babe," he says, not even looking up from his phone. That night, I video call my best friend Emma in New York. I don't know what to do," I whisper, hiding in the bathroom. They're on my case about everything. Emma looks concerned. "Sarah, this sounds really controlling. Are you sure you're okay?" "It's just cultural differences," I say, but even I'm not sure. I just tell myself I need to adapt. Weeks go by, and Marcus is spending less and less time with me. It's always work or hanging out with friends. I'm starting to feel like a stranger in my own home. One night, he finally comes back after I'm already in bed. "Where have you been?" I ask. "Out," he says, heading straight to the shower. I stare at the closed door, feeling my heart sink. This isn't the Marcus I fell in love with, and it's not the life I thought I'd have. One morning, I open my closet to find all my favorite clothes gone, replaced with dull, conservative outfits. "Elena, have you seen my clothes?" I ask, trying to stay calm. She smiles and says, "Oh, darling, I've taken care of your wardrobe. These are much more appropriate for a woman of your status." I'm fuming, but before I can argue, Ricardo calls me to his study. "Sarah, I've decided to take over management of all our finances," he says, "including your personal savings." "But that's my money," I protest, shocked. I earned that money before I even met Marcus." "Don't be difficult," Ricardo snaps. "This is how we do things in this family." When I try to talk to Marcus about it later, he just shrugs. They know best. "Sarah, stop being so ungrateful." I'm about to respond when a wave of nausea hits me, and I realize I'm late. A quick test confirms it. I'm pregnant. For a moment, I feel hopeful. Maybe this will bring Marcus and me closer, but that dream doesn't last long. As soon as I tell Marcus, he calls out, "Mama, Sarah's pregnant." Elena bursts in, all smiles, immediately making plans. "Oh, Mija, don't worry about a thing. I'll take care of everything." And she does. Before I know it, she's scheduling my appointments, deciding my diet, and even telling me when I can and can't leave the house. One day, I try to stand up for myself. "I wanted to go to that new prenatal yoga class," I say. "Nonsense," Elena dismisses. "You'll stay home where it's safe." I feel like I'm suffocating. One sleepless night, I go downstairs for some water and hear voices coming from Ricardo's study. "We need to make sure Sarah stays in Mexico permanently," Ricardo is saying. "Have you taken care of her passport?" My blood runs cold. I race upstairs and tear apart our room, searching for my passport. It's gone. The next morning, I confront Marcus. "Where's my passport?" I demand. He looks at me like I'm crazy. "What are you talking about? You probably misplaced it." "No, Marcus, I heard your parents talking about keeping me here permanently." "You're being paranoid, Sarah," he scoffs. "Maybe it's just pregnancy hormones." I feel like I'm losing my mind. That night, I managed to sneak a call to my friend Emma. "I think I'm in trouble," I whisper. "They've taken my passport. I think they're trying to trap me here." "Sarah, you need to get out of there now," Emma urges. "This isn't normal. It's not safe." I know she's right, but I don't know how to escape. I start planning in secret. I sell a few pieces of jewelry Marcus gave me and hide the cash in a hollowed-out book. Each night, as I lie in bed listening to Marcus snore, I wonder, how did my fairy tale turn into such a nightmare, and how am I going to escape? As my belly grows, so does the feeling of being trapped. Elena even moves into the guest room next to ours, claiming she needs to be close to help me. But I know the truth, Elena is watching my every move. "Sarah, dear, you shouldn't be on your phone so much," she says one day, taking it right out of my hands. "It's causing you stress. I'll keep it safe for you." Just like that, my connection to Emma is gone, and I feel more alone than ever. Weeks pass, and I'm going stir-crazy. Then, one night, I come up with an idea. I start making gagging sounds in the bathroom. "Elena, I think I'm sick," I call out. She rushes in, looking worried. "Oh, pobrecita, let me get you some tea." As soon as she leaves, I sneak out. This is my chance to search the house. I slip into Ricardo's study, my heart pounding. That's when I see it, my passport, shredded into pieces in the trash. "No, no, no," I whisper, tears filling my eyes. As I search his desk, I uncover more documents, bank statements, offshore accounts, fake business deals. It's all here, proof of a massive fraud scheme. Dios mío, I gasp, realizing how deep this family's crimes go. I hear footsteps approaching, so I quickly snap photos of the documents with an old camera I'd hidden away. I barely make it back to the bathroom before Elena returns. That night, I lie awake, my mind racing. I have to get out now. Once everyone is asleep, I start preparing. I use my art supplies to braid a makeshift rope, my hands shaking as I tie it to the bedpost and open the window. "You can do this, Sarah," I tell myself, taking a deep breath. I begin to climb down, the cool night air hitting my face, but halfway down, I hear her. "Sarah, what are you doing?" Elena's voice calls out. In that moment, I make my choice. I let go. The fall knocks the wind out of me, but adrenaline kicks in, and I scramble to my feet. Ignoring the pain, I run, faster than I've ever run before, her voice echoing behind me. "Sarah, come back here." I don't look back. I keep running until I spot a taxi. I wave it down, my heart pounding so hard I can barely speak. "U.S. Embassy," I gasp. "Please, hurry." The taxi speeds off into the night. I clutch the camera to my chest. It holds the key to my freedom and the Alvarez family's downfall. I still can't believe I just jumped from a second-story window to escape my in-laws. But as the U.S. Embassy comes into view, I know it was worth it. For the first time, I feel like I'm taking control of my life again. "Miss, we're here," the driver says. I take a deep breath, readying myself for what's to come. This is it, no turning back now. I burst into the embassy, out of breath and desperate. A security guard looks concerned, but I manage to say, "I need help, please." Within minutes, I'm sitting with an official, spilling out my story. When I show him the photos of the documents, his eyes widen. "Mrs. Johnson, this is very serious. We're going to get you home immediately." The next few hours blur by in a whirlwind of paperwork and phone calls. Before I know it, I'm on a plane back to New York, with FBI agents waiting to debrief me when I land. Emma is there at the airport, tears in her eyes as she hugs me tight. "You're safe now," she whispers. I move in with her, and slowly, I start to breathe again. The FBI is relentless, going through every detail I can remember about the Alvarez family's crimes. "Your testimony is crucial, Sarah," one agent tells me. "We've been trying to bring them down for years." Months pass, and I watch the news as Ricardo and Elena are indicted for fraud and tax evasion. Then, the twist comes, Marcus is implicated too. As my due date approaches, I file for sole custody of my baby. The court date is set for after the birth. I'm nervous, but my lawyer assures me, with Marcus's legal troubles, you're a sure win. Lily is born on a rainy Tuesday, perfect and screaming. As I hold her, I make a silent promise, you'll never know their toxicity. Baby girl. The custody hearing is brief and straightforward. Marcus doesn't even show up. The judge grants me sole custody without hesitation. Slowly, I start painting again. At first, it's just colors and shapes to quiet my mind, but soon I'm pouring my story out onto canvas after canvas. "Sarah, these are incredible," my old art professor says when he sees them. "Raw, powerful, you need to show these." Before I know it, I'm preparing for my first major gallery opening. The night of the show, I'm a bundle of nerves. "You've got this," Emma says, squeezing my hand. I stand beside my paintings, holding Lily on my hip. surrounded by friends, both old and new. Just then, my phone buzzes with a news alert: Alvarez family assets frozen. The headline reads, Marcus Alvarez arrested attempting to flee the country. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. It's over. Really over. I look around the gallery at my friends, my daughter, and my art, feeling a deep sense of peace wash over me. Yes, I jumped from a window to escape, but that leap led me here, to this moment, to this freedom. What do you think, Lily? I whisper to my daughter. Should we go say hi to everyone? She gurgles happily, and I laugh. We step forward together, ready to greet whatever comes next. Because now, finally, my future is my own. The story of Sarah's escape from her controlling in-laws and her journey to reclaim her life has come to an end. Now I have a question for you. If you were in Sarah's shoes, would you have jumped from that window, knowing you were pregnant? Or would you have tried to find another way out? Think about the risks involved, not just to yourself, but to your unborn child. Was Sarah's decision justified, given the circumstances, or was it too dangerous? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective on this difficult situation. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more like it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more compelling stories to light. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.